My husband estranged himself from me last October. We still live in the same house. I have an 18-year-old with him that still lives at the house, and I have two older daughters that are from my first marriage. He acts as if he never even knew me, and there's a lot of gambling debt. There's we lived in poverty, but he had the money. There was a lot of gaslighting. And right now, in my situation, my older daughter, there was a 10-year secret that he was extremely inappropriate with her. And I have really my two older daughters that are looking at me, and I need to get out of the house. However, my 18-year-old has some traumatic issues that I can't just leave. And I live in my living room, and that's just about it.
Okay, first of all, I'm very sorry to hear this, but we're going to see if we can help you today. So tell me, when you say last October, he completely estranged himself from you, was there one incident that happened, or he just stopped talking to you in October?
Well, he was a church going guy with me and stopped going. And one day I just asked him to go to church and just said he worshiped the devil and wants something to do with God. And then he just dropped me off the face of the earth.
So you're telling me you're living in a house and you do not speak, you pass in the hall, and you just have no relationship whatsoever?
Correct.
Okay. And the reason you haven't moved out is because?
I still have an 18-year-old daughter at home that is, she has some mental issues that we're dealing with, and it's hard to just leave. And she does love her father. She doesn't look at him the same right now because everybody's aware of the situation. But it's not like I want to just quickly leave and leave her there with him. And I don't have finances to leave to try to get her out right now. So I'm in such a conundrum.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If I can answer one question today for you, what would that be?
Wow. Well, I guess I have goals: emotional, protective, financial, and strategy. If
Okay.
that's one big question.
Yep. So what's of those goals, what do you think is the most pressing number one priority today?
Probably working on my emotional goal right now to be 100% available to be able to even come up with an immediate strategy after that.
Okay, great. And so what does that emotional goal look like?
A life filled with genuine love, emotional safety,
Okay.
peaceful environment, free from chaos.
Can you do that in the environment you're living in, or do you need to get out of the house first and then you can work on the emotional goal? Or do you think you can work on the emotional goal even though you're in a very scary situation at home?
I think I have to try to work on it at home because, like I said, I do have an 18-year-old that did two older girls to have to leave her at home if anything were to happen.
Okay. So tell me again. So the emotional goal is to wake up in the morning with joy in your heart, separate from circumstance, or what is the emotional goal?
Strength, because it is very taxing to live in that environment. I guess for my neuroplasticity,
Okay.
I have strong faith in God that helps me through.
Okay.
But it's heavy. It's heavy.
Very heavy. All right. So, but give me the emotional state you are looking to achieve, and then I'm going to tell you how to achieve it. So, the emotional state I would like to have, separate from this horrible circumstance I'm living in, is
To stand with full confidence
okay,
and
great.
joy.
All right. Stand with pure confidence and joy. And to do that, you would think you would have to do what differently?
In a Christian standpoint, I guess I would just have to be like Christ in my household.
Okay, great. And what would that look like?
Probably being kind to my abuser, so to say. So that, I guess I need probably a little more grace
Okay,
so that I
great.
can do that.
Yes.
Yep. And looking at full forgiveness, I guess.
Okay. So I do think if you could work on those two things while you're also separately making a plan financially to get out of the house, you might have the perfect combination. So let's talk about the full grace and the full forgiveness. So when you say I would have to behave like Christ, how does that differ from what you're doing right now? Like you wake up in the morning, what would you have to completely do differently to show up like Christ in your own home while you're making a plan to maybe get out of the house by getting some finances in order?
I'd have to wake up every day, and I've been such in a state of treating him the way he was treating me. So there's such a two ships. So I would have to definitely take the high road to be like, "Hey, good morning.
Yep.
How you doing?"
Yep.
Rather than just looking and leaving.
I really believe this in the heart, my heart of hearts, that if you kind of pretend you're Mother Teresa, and this works for a lot of people and it works for me, if you just pretend like I am Mother Teresa and I'm going to behave like Mother Teresa and I'm dealing with someone who's obviously sick, got some mental issues, whatever going on over there, but I don't have to do an eye for an eye. I can actually take the high road. I can say good morning. I can pray. Jesus Christ told us to pray for our enemies, all of that. And I can just take the high road until I figure out the next best step for myself and my daughters. I do think that will change everything, because then you can just have joy in your heart. You can look at him differently, like he's a poor soul in the world versus your enemy. And I do think that will shift everything for you. Do you think you could do that?
Yeah, as being a Christian, I guess I have no other choice. It's what I have to do.
Well, one of
Like,
one of my favorite lines of the Bible is, "I'm actually strongest when I am weakest." And what that means is when I have nothing to give, that's actually when Jesus Christ can show up, right? So you got nothing right now because you're depleted and you're exhausted and you're afraid and all that stuff. That's actually when you're strongest, because you can just say, "I don't have this and I need you, God, to come in and take over." And then you just keep handing it over and handing it over and handing it over. And I promise you, if you do that, a miracle will absolutely occur.
I believe. I believe.
Okay. So first plan is tomorrow morning we wake up, we're completely showing up differently. This is if you're not in fear for your life or anything, right? I mean, you have to be safe first. But if it's just like he wants nothing to do with you, you just show nothing but love to this man, right? And then secondarily, I would like you to call back and we will definitely do a financial plan, because I do think there's other ways to find money to get you into a safer place. I really do. And I can help you figure that out.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Good job. Go see if that
Thank
works.
you.
Call me back. Let me know how it goes.
Thank you.
All right. Take it easy.
Have a blessed day.